respect. Hey, look at him, Georgie. Go get Arthur. Go. Go get him. Hurry up. You'll notice quite a change in Georgie, Joyce, from being timid around dogs that are bigger than her. I guess it was do or die. But she has no fear of Arthur, a respect of him though, but loves to play. Look at Arthur. Look at him. Honestly, you get so much joy watching these two together. I think of you when I see them playing and think, oh wow, would Joyce ever get a chuckle out of this? Arthur's a gentle giant, and he treats her he's so patient with her. He's 2. Look at the difference in their sizes. It's so funny. It's funny to watch Georgie run alongside him because her hair has gotten, as you can tell, quite a bit longer when she's running. Her fur flies back away from her face and she looks just like a lion. Her face is very muddy because she's decided that she likes to dig holes and bury her face in the hole. And as you can see, she's got quite a property here to run about. We're here for 2 weeks. And trying to get a better shot of him. I've been putting argan oil on her hair. It is amazing. It keeps it completely mat-free. I groom her twice a week and not a mat on her. I tend to trim her paws, as you can see, the lower inch or so on it. Keeps them a little less muddy coming in and out of the motor home. But other than that, and her hair, and her face and bum, of course. But other than that, it's been fairly easy to maintain it. Persistence, as you can imagine. I groomed Arthur as well today. He's looking rather dapper with his freshly brushed coat. Comes to lay at my feet. He's so funny. Surrendering to her. That's Georgie's little Dora ball, which they've managed to completely destroy in their rambunctiousness. But they're such a joy, and they've really brought us so much laughter this past week, these two. They have a toy that they've uses for tug of war. And can you imagine watching these two play tug of war? Obviously, Georgie doesn't stand a chance, but you'd be amazed at how Arthur understands that, and he'll win the tug of war, but then he'll come, doesn't want the game to end, and he'll lay it right beside her so she can have it for a bit and run, and then he chases her and game on. But we've been in stitches watching these two, and my 10-year-old grandson just loves to run about and play with them and get them going. He's with Grandpa at Science North, but as you can see, it's quite an extensive property that my brother has, and very nicely groomed. He's cleared it all, loves to cut the grass. It takes him 8 hours. Now, I'm going to just scan it so you can really get a good feel for it. And along that area there, past these tamarack trees, over more towards the road, right there. The other day we were leaving at about 10 in the morning, and didn't we see a lynx come out? And he walked all along the edge of the property. Now my brother was saying that they always travel in pairs. So you might see one, but the other one's very close by. So we've been keeping a very close eye on our little Georgie. And Arthur is so well trained that he'll be at the edge of the property, and you call him, he comes right away back. And so he's teaching Georgie some very good skills. And she's good, but she has her times where her age can playfulness take over. So, but she's had so much fun. Like my brother said, it's going to be very hard for her to be restricted to our tiny little yard in Coburg, because we only have a lot 50 by 100 there. But there's a dog park nearby that we can certainly bring her to. And now that she's so well socialized, there's been another dog. My brother often babysits other dogs. In fact, there's another one coming next week. And so she's really had an opportunity to get used to larger dogs. And now she's running, right, but really she's not afraid of Arthur. It's game. And every once in a while Arthur will, he doesn't intend on hurting her, because I mean, obviously she wouldn't be around if he did. But his paws are heavy, so if she gets too close underneath, and he happens to step on her paw, of course she yelps. There she is. There she comes. This is our stock of firewood, and that's our fire pit. Now the furniture's on there because he's going to be cutting the grass. There's a little hole she dug, and that's a toy they like to play tug of war with. There's a treasure down in that hole somewhere, because she's persistent. She's been at it for 3 days. Loves to chew on sticks. Now, we were pickling beets on the weekend, and Georgie decided that she was going to take a liking for any of the pieces of beet that happened to fall off the table. We were doing our pickling in the garage. Well, you can imagine, too many beet morsels later, and Georgie got a case of the puppy scoots. So, nothing that a little bit of pumpkin didn't straighten out. But she was banished to the kennel for the evening, or, just before we went to bed. And the pumpkin worked fabulously within 20 minutes. She was, her tummy was gurgling a little bit, but she was sound asleep and she slept for a half hour. And I thought, well, she's been sleeping on our bed with us, but honestly, I didn't really want a puppy with diarrhea on my nice white sheets. So we kept her in the kennel and she whimpered like she couldn't figure out why her trusted companions would be so mean as to put her in a kennel for sleep, especially when, she's used to sleeping between us at the head of our bed. Kind of a dangerous zone when your puppy's got the scoots. So, finally she went on for a long, it seemed like 2.5 hours. I'm not sure if it was that long. And we were kind of chuckling to ourselves. And we knew we weren't going to get much sleep if we didn't bail out on the puppy kennel banishment. So we brought her in bed I put laid a dark towel just in case, said a small prayer, and brought her up on our bed. And she slept soundly all through the night. And by the next morning, her poo was nice and firm again, and there was no issues. Now, I guess Martha likes the taste of the ground, too. But I don't want to bore you, but this is part of our fun with them, and I thought you'd enjoy an update on Georgie since we won't be at the reunion. I'm sorry that we have to miss it, actually. But everything's going great. Her house training is going well. She has still the odd accident because, you get busy, especially because you're visiting and not paying attention to her signals. But she does, kind of come and sit beside you and look at you, but she hasn't got the grasp, that she should go to the door and bark yet. That's I think, a bit early. And I know it's coming because she's done